What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I have a very special one because I am going to show you what I do to train as a beginner combat athlete, or even this can help you with just a lot of explosiveness if you are trying to be better at any type of sport. But specifically I do, or I would like to do, more combat such as boxing, Muay Thai, or even Jiu-Jitsu. So this is what I like to do to gain more explosiveness in that field. If you want to check it out, feel free to try it on yourself, but this is basically through my preference and a little bit of research that I find the most beneficial. After some long and extensive warm-ups, I do a full body warm-up each and every day, even if it's a explosion day, bodybuilding day, powerlifting day, upper body, lower body, doesn't matter. I always do a full body stretch because that will help with my body's longevity, as well as just kind of making sure my body moves the way it wants to. Because have you ever had that moment where you try to do a barbell squat, but for some reason your shoulder starts hurting or your back starts hurting? I had that happen many times, so that's why I just do a full body warm-up, so it just stops all of that right from the get-go. So starting off, what we're gonna do is gonna start with the medicine ball. We're just gonna kind of warm up our body in the idea that we're gonna do a lot of explosive movements. So this first movement is gonna be a medicine ball hip to wall toss, or I guess wall push. So what you're gonna want to do is you want to hinge at the hip, so you make it seem like you're going to a deadlift or a RDL, and then as you come up, you push at the hips, and then when you full extend, you push the medicine ball off the chest and hit the wall. You want to be about 5 inches away from the wall, so when you push the ball back in the wall, it doesn't just hit you right in the face, you catch it. We're gonna do this about 3 sets, 8 times, 3 sets, 8 reps. We're gonna superset that with medicine ball slams. For this superset, what you want to do is you want to extend the medicine ball all the way up above your head. You want to also make sure that you're going to be on your toes. You don't want to be flat-footed, and you want to drive your whole body weight to smash the ball through the ground. You want to try to imagine like you're going to create a hole, and I will give anybody $100 if they can actually make a hole in the ground with a medicine ball soft as this. If you so happen to do that, stitch a video if you want to. I'll Venmo you $100 or whatever. Highly doubt that's gonna happen, but hey, there's some freaks out there that might do it, so just let me know. For the medicine ball slams, it's actually very important to note that you want to use these medicine balls that are super soft and not the hard ones. Even in the video, you saw how the medicine ball bounced off the floor and almost hit my face. If you use the hard ones, it would 100% hit your face and probably break a teeth. So make sure you use the soft ones, and even if you do use the soft ones, make sure to always be careful because it will bounce, especially if you're throwing it super hard. So just make sure safety is #1 priority. You can try not to throw it as hard in the beginning. Make sure you don't hurt yourself. All right, so next up, what we're gonna be doing is gonna be power cleans. Normally, the power clean is just kind of like the top half of the Olympic movement, but personally, I do like doing the full clean and jerk movement just to kind of like know that I can go a little bit heavier, because I can't go as heavy when I just do the strict power clean. But power cleaning will help with a lot more endurance and speed with that specific weight. So I'm gonna show you both what it looks like, and you can choose which one you wanna do. I will say, if you do the Olympic clean and jerk, there is a lot more form you would have to learn. So it may be easier if you just do the regular power clean, which is a little bit more simple because you kind of just raise it up. Both are difficult. Both you still have to have somebody watch over you just in case you don't get injured. They're both also pretty fun. So I'll show you what it looks like. So as you can see, for the Olympic lifting clean and jerk, you start from the bottom, almost in a deadlift position. The only difference is your hip is gonna be just a little bit lower. You're gonna pull it up to your hip, and you wanna use your hip extenders to kind of explode that weight up to your shoulder, and that's where you want to catch the weight. And then of course you can push press it or even split press it, and that's how you complete a full Olympic lifting movement. The power clean is something very similar. The only difference is you're not starting from the floor, you're actually just starting right on the hip. You want to use that explosiveness to pop it up to your shoulder, and you also don't have to press. So it's literally probably a third of the clean and jerk movements, but you can kind of just rapid fire these as fast as you can with safety, of course, and just kind of like get that endurance and explosion working. All right, so this next one is actually gonna be a new favorite of mine. I've been doing this a lot recently, and honestly, I feel like this has a direct help to, I guess, like a straight punch or even a jab or any sort of extension or impact or anything like that. This is gonna be the landmine row to press. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna have it set up in a landmine accessory over there, I guess. If your gym doesn't have that, you can always put it in a corner of a room to kind of hold it in place. 100% want to make sure that it stays, one of the edges stays still, because a lot of times people would do this as a row. I've seen on videos, the other side kind of flips up and it hits the other person. So you want to make sure it's very stable on that end. The next thing you want to do is you want to set up like you're hitting a row, and then the only difference is as you pull it up as a row, you're going to transition to your other hand, pivot your foot or your opposite foot, and go into a shoulder press. The transition is when you switch your hand to the other hand, and sometimes you might injure yourself, so you want to make sure you start off either with no weight or very light weight to kind of get used to how much power you have to pull in the row motion, so it's easier for you to transition. I start off with 10s, then 25s, and my really heavy sets I'll go with to 45 pounds, but even then so that gets very, very tiring. My goal is to actually have it at the 45 pound and be able to just rep it out like it's nothing. That would be actually kind of pretty cool. Next, what we have is gonna be a superset. We are gonna do lunge jumps and heavy kettlebell swings. So for this specific lunge jump variation, I like to jump as high as I can, try to have my knee touch my chest. And of course, if you want to make it harder, you just add some weights. I like to use a medicine ball because I can just hold it right in front of me as I jump, and I'll actually try to drive my knees into the medicine ball rather than have, let's say, a kettlebell on the side or dumbbells on the side or even some plates on the side, because I feel like I might accidentally injure myself because it's a hard object. But with the medicine ball, you are less likely to hurt yourself. We are also going to superset this with heavy kettlebell swings. The idea behind the heavy kettlebell swing is you still want to work the hip extenders to kind of like have a little bit more of the explosion aspect of this movement. So same thing if you want to go for a sprint, if you want to go for a roundhouse kick, a right straight, you know, a lot of this power comes from the hip. So the more you work on the hip, the stronger you're gonna get as a combat athlete, as a sports athlete, and just well-rounded athlete. Last but not least, we have to finish today with some sort of cardio. If you have the time, if you're not too gassed, you can always just kind of run on the treadmill for whatever, 20 minutes, cardio, whatever so. But personally, what I like to do after this long day of explosion work is Tabata. If you don't know what Tabata is, well, actually, if you do know what Tabata is, leave it in a comment down below. So it'll be kind of very interesting to see who actually knows what it is and who doesn't. But if you don't know what it is, basically it is another form of HIIT cardio, but it's the fastest one, reaching your VO2 max, which in simpler terms means it's going to be the fastest HIIT cardio. It's going to boost your stamina, kind of increase your endurance as fast as possible. What the Tabata is, it is 8 rounds of 30 seconds off, 30 seconds on, or 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, however you want to do it. 8 rounds, and it's going to be a total of 4 minutes. This is why I like doing Tabata at the end, because it's 4 minutes as fast as you can, as hard as you can, and then you're done. So I don't have to run for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, however much you want. I just go as hard as I can for the quick 4 minutes and then just head on home. Personally, you can do any sort of cardio form as Tabata. You can sprint for Tabata, you can go on a ski erg for Tabata, you can go burpees for Tabata. But personally, my least favorite is the assault bike, which I feel is actually the most beneficial because it's just a whole different type of torture. If you want to try it out, do the assault bike for Tabata. I did 40 seconds off, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and that was killer. Honestly, I couldn't do it. I even did 30-30 instead, which is a little bit better, but still sucked. I don't want to do assault bike, so instead I'm going to be doing the ski erg over here. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull out your phone, you're going to click start. Once it hits whatever amount you want to try to do it on, 30, whatever. Once you just keep looking at it, do 8 rounds, or if you can't count how many rounds are in, just look at the total time. It should last 4 minutes. Go as hard as you can. This is the last burnout of this workout. And that is it for the end of the video. Thank you everybody that saw this. If anything in this video that made you look like you're interested in trying it out, 100% give it a try. I guarantee you it is gonna work for any type of sports athlete, combat athlete. It's super fun also, which is the most important part. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.